Really an amazing game to start off this series between the New York Knicks and Boston Celtics. The Knicks find a way to get a victory in Boston in game 1. And there are so many questions we got to ask ourselves about the Boston Celtics right now. I mean, we have a lot of things to discuss in this video. Let's just go ahead and start with the Celtics. Jason Tatum, what the hell was that? He absolutely imploded in the fourth quarter and in overtime, contributing next to nothing offensively. I get it. He's a participant when it comes to defense and rebounding, but your team needs you to come through in these moments, and you blew it. Time after time settling for three-pointers when the shit wasn't falling. Definitely going to have regrets about that, for sure. Additionally, for the Celtics, Kristaps Porzingis leaves the game with some kind of illness and doesn't make it back into the game. I have no idea what to think about Kristaps Porzingis and his availability for Game 2 or even the rest of this series. This has been a problem that has plagued him for his entire time in Boston, and I just don't know about him anymore. Derek White had some good moments. You had Jaylen Brown with a couple of moments. I think those guys did enough to help the situation. We need to talk about the Boston Celtics and their propensity to take 60 or more three-pointers in the game. Are you people crazy? What is happening, Coach Mazzola? Are you crazy to be good with your team attempting 60-plus three-pointers and making, 10 of them or something? I forget what their percentage was. It was low. And in the fourth quarter and clutch time, it was even lower. In fact, I think there was a point where they missed 6, 7, 8, 9 in a row, like in the fourth quarter. Horrible way to lose this game. Bad decision making. Move the ball. Get yourself some shots near the rim. Is the Knicks defense that good? I mean, it's good. They have good defenders. OG is fantastic. Josh Hart is willing and able. So is Brunson. Cat, he's not a good defender. But you got guys that are able to defend. Bridges and McBride. They're all serviceable on that end of the floor. And good. What are we doing right now? This is a game that was not supposed to go this way. And shout out to Brunson, who was incredible. Cat, really not a factor for very large swaths of this game. I don't know what he was doing. Did he foul out, I think? Look, I'm watching this series closely because I need to see how the Celtics respond. This is a bad loss for them. The series ain't over. Celtics can still win this series. In fact, they could rip off 4 in a row. But they're going to have to get their heads out of their ass. And look, I'm a Cavs fan, so I'm glad the Celtics are losing. And I wish both of these teams could lose, honestly, as much as I like Brunson, right? I'm not much a big fan of Knicks and that team or whatever, but Brunson is phenomenal. And that dude has proven time and time again he is the real deal. This is a great win for the Knicks. It would be crazy to think that the Celtics could lose Game 2, but if they were able to find a way to lose Game 2, I mean, you're going back to New York up 2-0. That would be pretty absurd. We got to watch for that Kristaps Porzingis side of things. Tatum, get yourself together, get ready for the next game, assert yourself, be more well-rounded with your offensive efforts, not just settling for threes, making the defense. It's like taking a break on defense. You're most dangerous when you're making it, getting to the rim, attacking, finding your spots in the mid-range. More dynamic. Settling for threes, fadeaway threes, fall-away threes. What the hell are you doing? And this is why people say the things they say about Tatum. Because of performances like this at the end of that game. And those decisions. They just have to do better. I mean, other guys miss shots too. It's not just about Tatum. But you're the leader, so it falls on you. Brunson, who's the leader of the Knicks, I mean, he was incredible. In fact, he almost won the game in regulation. He missed that last little shot off the backboard. Rattled in and out of the rim. It would have been over at then, but it took overtime. They ended up winning anyways. Celtics are going to have to get their mind right on how they want to go about winning this game. I told you guys months ago when I was watching the Celtics, there's something fundamentally flawed about their offensive philosophy, and it's self-inflicted. It's on them. And maybe this is a wake-up call for them because the Knicks are making them pay. Go Knicks.